If you're planning to get Mexican residency, this one mistake could waste months of your time. It's especially painful because most people make this mistake thinking that they're being logical. Instead of my usual macro view, we are zooming in today and I'm going to be sharing the biggest mistake that I see applicants make during the visa process. This is the part of the Mexican residency process that is done at a Mexican consulate, usually in an applicant's home country. So what's this costly mistake? It's choosing the wrong consulate. Most people choose their consulate based on what makes the most sense. They go for the one closest to home. They opt for proximity. But here's the thing. Not all consulates are created equal. Some of them have bad communication, some of them have unclear requirements, others processes that move at a snail's pace. Let me show you what I mean.
I originally applied at the consulate in Salt Lake City. Over the course of 7 months, they kept asking for more and more information. I got the number for the consulate in Phoenix, made an appointment there, and 2 weeks later, I flew out for a weekend and flew back with my visa. The night and day experience of those two consulates, I can't say more about. Check out your consulate, get a feeling for it first.
I promise that I'm going to share with you my tips, my advice for choosing a good consulate, because there are definitely things that you can do to make this whole process easier on yourself. But before I do, I want to make sure you've got this. I want to make sure that if you take one thing away from this video, it's that you are going to ditch this idea of my consulate. The reality is you might have to travel. After the video, you are going to head down to the description and check out the link for the consulate directory. I want you to peruse it, and I want you to pick out 3 consulates that you would be willing to travel to. With your 3 consulates in mind, it's time to do some research, and here's what you're gonna look for. Number 1, clear requirements on their website. Every consulate has their own website, and I know that this is kind of mind-boggling, but the requirements for a residency visa can vary from consulate to consulate. The financial requirements will vary, the paperwork will vary, so it's very important that for any consulate on your list, you personally meet the requirements that are listed on the website. Check number 2, consistent communication. Now this is a pro tip. You want to email the consulate. The email should be listed right there on the visa requirements page. You want to email them to double check the requirements, because the websites, they don't always get updated. Sometimes the consulate will have an additional requirement that isn't listed there. So you want to make sure that you fire off an email and that you get a response. Actually, I think it might be even better to be sending out emails simultaneously. So be trying to get in contact with all of those 3 consulates on your list and see which one is the best. We love a communicative consulate. We don't want to work with consulates that just leave you hanging. Check number 3, a defined appointment system. Some consulates will have you book an appointment via email. Some consulates will want you to use the online platform. Other consulates, this is becoming increasingly popular, will have you book an appointment through WhatsApp. Whatever it is, you should have a very clear idea of how to go about booking an appointment. And when you go to do so, there should be time slots open. And maybe you're wondering now, Alex, how long should I try before giving up on a consulate? I reached out to my go-to immigration facilitator and good friend Yvonne Pavan of Host Relocation to ask her this very question. And Yvonne told me that applicants should give it 3 weeks of sending multiple emails, multiple tries, but after those 3 weeks, it's time to kick that consulate to the curb and move on to the next one on your list. In your professional opinion, when should somebody give up on that particular consulate and move on to a different consulate and try and see if they get a better response somewhere else?
I will say if you're trying more than 3 weeks and they don't reply, because sometimes it happens that they reply your first email and give you the requirements and then nothing more. So if it's more than 3 weeks, I will say, and of course you tried several times, I will say just cancel that idea of working with that consulate and go for another one.
Yvonne also wants you to know that making the visa appointments, going for your interview, and then getting denied, that isn't the end of the world.
It's important to mention that nothing is set in stone. If you have been denied for a certain reason, they will let you know what was your mistake or which document they might need. And you can make another appointment, either at the same consulate or in a different consulate. It's nothing set in stone. It's not that you are denied forever. In case you don't fulfill the economic solvency requirements, you still can work on it and go for the next year. If you need an extra document, you can work on it and make another appointment. If it goes very bad in that consulate, you can make an appointment in a different consulate. So it's still an option to try again.
If you're feeling stuck and you're not sure where to turn, maybe overwhelmed by all of the choices that there are for consulates, I recommend using Facebook, using Reddit to learn about other people's experiences. And if you still don't know what to do, it could be a good option, well worth your time and money, to enlist the help of a facilitator.
The facilitator normally knows as our client's experience because we have that background. Which consulate will be better for you in your specific situation, for example, because every case is different. If you're bringing kids, if you're bringing husband, wife, if your husband or wife is Mexican, every case is different. So some consulates are easier than others to do search and applications as well. So we do all the relocation services, starting from immigration, housing, all the follow-up services like bank account, RFC, schooling as well. So basically everything that an expat might need when they move to Mexico. We are their host here in Mexico and also their networking.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And next, you should check out my video with 10 Mexico residency mistakes to avoid. I tell you everything that you need to know about official bank statements because some consulates are super particular. And there is a requirement for remote workers that is catching a lot of applicants off guard, so be sure to check that out. I'm Alex, your amiga in Mexico. Thanks for watching.